Right. Good afternoon, everyone. We're back at it with another MLB DFS slate. Before we jump into today's kind of weird slate, just recapping yesterday, we scored 150. I remember Funk yesterday was saying, like, I'm not playing Barrios, I'm not playing this guy or this guy. We end up going with Barrios, and he had a career day against my White Sox, so I'm obviously happy with that. Corbin Carroll, we did Toronto mini stack. We had Acuna and Riley, and then our main stack was Arizona. They besides Carroll, I mean Ketel Marte went 0 for 5, Christian Walker 0 for 5 with a sac fly. So towards the end of the night, we were in the safe zone. What did you take away from yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday was kind of frustrating. So whenever I was building out the stacks, like I said yesterday in the video, I was like, I don't really want to play Barrios, but I kept landing in that price range, and he had a semi-favorable matchup to at least get the win. If he could go 6 innings, that's just another bonus for the extra 4 points. And we know the White Sox have a little bit of a watered down lineup right now, so just took the risk, and he turned out pretty well. Had 58, most finding pitcher on the slate, which helped us carry past the line because our mini stacks were man. I mean, Acuna got his typical like 18, but O'Reilly didn't really do anything. And then Springer had 18, but then Bo Bichette left like four on base and got us three. And then our main stack with the D backs, Carroll nuked for 40, but Marte and Rojas and Walker, like you said, all combined for like 0 for 12 or 0 for 13 or whatever. So, it is what it is. We're moving on to today's slate. The Braves just keep hitting nukes, and it's pissing me off. So hopefully, Sandy Alcantara can, cool them down today a little bit, and we can move on.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting slate. Pitching is just kind of weird. You want to just get started with pitching?
Yeah.
All right, let me
So
share this.
if you look at Stochastic's pitching tool right here, Senga projects out the best. I mean, he does have the probably the most favorable matchup on the slate, besides maybe Sandoval against Oakland, but he hasn't. I mean, he's fine. He's probably has the safest floor to get you like 30, 35, but he hasn't really shown the way to limit the hits like I want an elite pitcher to pitch, which is why he's only gaining, 8 to 10% ownership. Um, and the cheaper guys are gaining like 15 to 20 between Mats, Waka, and Sandoval. So I think that's where the builds are going to go today. Pay down for pitcher and then pay up for your stacks. Um, wouldn't hate playing Senga or Elder. I think I'd rather just pay down though, just because their upside is limited compared to some of the other aces that are usually like 10 or 11K. And then Logan Gilbert, he's interesting against Philly, but I'm not sure what these spasms he's got going on. I'd have to look more into that about his injury. Probably nothing serious, but I'm not sure what he's got going on.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I would say is if you really want to pay up today, I mean, Elder at 10-9 is freaking nuts to me, but I mean, he has a great matchup. His numbers so far this season have been great. Senga's been good. I think the one time we played Senga, he had like an average day against the A's, but it was a blowout, so it kind of didn't matter. But, favorable matchup there. Who would you, I mean, hold on. Let me Nats and Waka are like projected to be the top two most owned guys right now. So I mean, kind of like you said, the probably what most people are going to do today is pay for those two guys. I'm not really digging Waka as much, only because the Cubs have been hot, but you can definitely do that and just like pray that he gets a good amount of Ks and it's just an off night for the Cubs. Steven Matz, I mean, good matchup against the Giants. For me, like if it was just me personally, I'd probably just go Senga, but this is just a weird pitching slate. Do you like Smiley at all
I
at
mean, he did
88?
just have like the game of his life. I can't believe they blew that no hitter for him, but
Oh yeah,
um,
that's right. That was
that was that was tough against the catcher running into him. But um, I guess he's fine. I mean, all the pitchers today are just kind of meh. So if you want to take your shot for it, like sure. I don't really feel safe with any of these options, to be honest. I mean, I guess Logan Gilbert would probably be my favorite right now because he's coming in pretty low, in five ish, maybe 10% max. But it's really a shot in the dark today.
I was just gonna say there really is no wrong answer, I guess. Patrick Sandoval has looked okay. He's projected for 18% at 92. Good matchup against Oakland, but I mean, I don't think many people are going to get to him today just because you can go to Madsen Waka. But yeah, this is definitely just dart throw. Just worry about your stacks and then check your salary and see where that takes you. Um, all right, let's get into these stacks. All right, so this is what it's projecting out at right now. I don't think we know who's pitching for Oakland, but regardless, considering the fact that it's the Oakland A's and they're soon going to be the Las Vegas A's, um, the Angels are the top stack. Then you got the Dodgers, Mets, Seattle, Houston, interesting in the middle here. What's standing out to you right now?
So the way I had it ranked so far was the Angels, Seattle, Astros, and then St. Louis. Um, St. Louis looks pretty interesting to me because their prices are pretty fair. Um, it doesn't really matter who the A's got going out there. I'm sure some of the Angels will hit. They have been pretty disappointing recently, though. Um, San Fran looked maybe like an off the board stack against Mats for some leverage. Other than that, you know, I mean, I guess you can go to the Dodgers, but they don't entice me all that much.
Yeah, it's weird to see. We've had this conversation plenty of times, but it's weird to see the Astros and now even looking a little more into this. The Astros and the Braves are like middle of the pack right now. You usually never see that. They're usually almost always at the top. I kind of like those two, not in like a order or anything, but I mean, Angels, no, honestly, no matter who's really pitching, kind of have to go with the Angels, get a few bats from them. Um, the Mets look in a decent spot here. Seattle, the same thing. Yeah, I'm kind of really digging the Houston Atlanta bets right now, if I'm being honest, just because they're middle of the pack. Let me check the leverage real quick on these guys. Houston minus 2%, but Atlanta 1.3. They're facing Alcantara. Sure, I understand that, but nothing wrong with taking a couple bets from there.
Yeah,
Um,
and if you look at Ballpark Pals projections for bats, the teams that project out the best from those options, it's Seattle, the Mets, the Dodgers, and the Angels. So it's like pretty much the same order across the board for both sides. So that's good to see. Like at least the data is matching up. So I think all those teams are in play. I just got to see where the salary ends up to like see how the stacks are going to work out. But those are probably the four teams I like the most, and then I guess St. Louis would be like fifth.
so regardless of the stacks you talked about, is there any like bets that stand out that are kind of, I mean, I guess you can say they're a lock, but are there any bets that you're kind of considering?
So if you go to Seattle, I like their lineup pretty much every slate, top to bottom, like they just have so many. I mean, so much power between Rodriguez or Hernandez or Raleigh. Clinic's been hitting him out. Suarez, Ty France gets on base all the time. Like I like Seattle. If you go to the A's, you can just fall into the pit of Taylor Ward again, and he'll get you like 5 or 6, and you just be pissed the whole time. But I mean, the Angels are in play. Uh, if you go to Houston, you got the same guys usually target Tucker, Bregman, Pena, Jordan, but they're pretty expensive. So, and we haven't talked about Tampa all that much. And that usually means they're just going to absolutely nuke. But they're priced so egregiously. I remember I saw Taylor Walls at like 4K and Josh Lowe, not Brandon Lowe, Josh Lowe is like 4K. And I was like, what are they doing to these guys? I can't play Tampa at these prices. Wander Franco's like 37, which is fair for him. And then Rosarina was like 42 or 4,300 or something, just outrageous. So, I mean, Tampa will be super low loaned for their prices, but we know they just continue to hit. So,
So it's kind of like you're taking a shot at them at those egregious prices.
right.
You better hope that they just drop like 15 runs and just because of how low owned they'll be. I mean, you probably don't need that much, but you'll just need it to be an interesting game. I
Yeah,
think
I'm
they
just
got
gonna hope
shut
that
out
Hunter Brown
yesterday, so
is worth his salt.
all right, you ready to do the home runs?
Yeah.
All right, so
So,
sorry, go ahead, I'll let you go.
my home run calls for today. I'm going to start with the Angels. Going to go Renfro. Then I'm going to go to Seattle and take Julio Rodriguez, and then finish off with Judge. And I think it's Judge's birthday today, so hopefully it's a little
Um,
birthday
I,
dog.
I hate to burst your bubble, but Judge is playing right now.
Playing right now.
I have him in
Oh,
an early opener.
I thought it was in a couple hours.
I thought so too. I thought it was.
Well, hopefully he hits one. I'll give another call. Just go ahead and give yours. I'll just pick another one.
Yeah, so for today, I'm gonna go with Rafael Devers. I'm gonna go with, jeez, who are my other calls? I'm not gonna lie to you, I totally forgot. Um, Hold on. If I look at the sticks, I'll be able to. Oh, so yeah, I'm gonna go with Jeremy Pena, and then who was the last guy I talked about to you?
Oh,
Pena.
wasn't it Pete Alonso?
Yes, thanks. I don't know
Yeah.
why I couldn't think of it. So yeah, I'm gonna go Devers, Pete Alonso, and Jeremy Pena. Those are gonna be my three home run calls.
Okay, so I'm gonna revise mine now. So I'm gonna go Renfro, Julio Rodriguez, and then Brian Anderson.
All right. Yeah, Lawrenson isn't really that good. Is there anything else we missed or anything you want to say real quick?
I think that about covers it. Pitching looks pretty shitty today, so we're just gonna prioritize stacks and see where we land. Make sure to check out the lineup when we post it on Twitter. We're 10-4 the last 2 weeks, I think, and caching. So it's pretty good. And make sure to like and subscribe and check out Stochastic's tools in the description.